Yay! Okay, so this is beautiful because there's only a few people here, which means I get to read for each and every single one of you. And as soon as I say that, more people are coming on. So let me do this again. There we go. I think there's only 6 people here today, if I'm not mistaken. So I should be able to get to all of you. Dun, 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 dun. Which is so much better than being live and then you never know if you're getting read, right? And not just that, we're not getting interrupted by a bunch of trolls. So I just want to, before we get started, I just want to quickly go over again why we're doing it this way, because this is going to be recorded and uploaded onto Facebook for everybody afterwards. And that's very important to me, because for the same reason that the lives were important to me, because then the messages that come through for you guys, everybody can benefit from those. Do you know what I mean? And you guys have access to these afterwards as well. If you would like, no, I'm not going to do that. It just makes it too hard on me. Slow down. I've got some people in the background going a mile a minute. Who is unmuted here? Just get you guys to mute yourselves. A couple of you there. Just mute yourselves so that I can get through this beginning part with my own brain intact and then get to you guys. Okay, so the best part about this is we're not getting attacked by trolls. My channel's not getting taken down. And every single person that is here today is going to get a message, which is awesome. This is better for you guys because the way I was doing it before, only new people were getting messages. So now if you come every group, well, you might not get read every single group, but you're going to get read a heck of a lot more than you would get read on the free. So let's just jump right in. All right, so is there anybody here that has not seen me read before that needs an explanation on how this works, or should I just jump right in? Somebody wrote something, but I can't see it. Okay, so is there anybody here that has never heard my whole speech on this is how I read, blah, 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 blah? Has anybody not heard that? Somebody shaking their head no. Christina, have you never heard that before? You have. Yeah. Okay, because I don't want to waste my time giving you, everybody's giving me thumbs up. Awesome. I just don't want to waste my time boring you with all of that stuff if you've heard it before. Lady in the corner, iPhone, you've heard it before too? This lady, I'm poking you. I don't know if you can see it the same as my camera. Anyway, we're going to go with it. Okay. Interesting. I'm excited to do today because like all I know is that there's a family here. Can I get family members to put their hands up? Because I got like this lady that came through to me showing me her and a small child and saying, you better make sure that we get to everybody, everybody, everybody. Is there 4 of you? There's 3. You can all, so I'm going to start with you guys so you can all take your mutes off. We're going to start with you because I'm telling you, this lady's been haunting me today. Do you understand the child? Like we haven't even gotten started.
Yeah.
I know
Yes.
stepping forward right away with this child. And she's like a little bit annoyed that I don't, have I read for you recently?
Yes, me.
Okay. It might start coming back as I get doing this, but.
It's really okay.
Okay, she's not as okay with that as you are. She's a little annoyed. Okay, ready to do this? So who's my family members? I've got Amy up here. Then who else? All family members, leave your mutes off. Christina. And who's the other family member?
Mary.
Mary is where? Raise your hand.
Right here.
Where's Mary?
I'm right here. I'm sorry. My calling. Sorry.
That's okay. It's frozen. I just want to make sure I have you all. So I have Christina, Amy, and Mary.
Number 2's here.
Yes. You hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, but my dog is freaking out and nobody else is home. So just give me 1 second. Sorry, you guys. That's weird.
Oh, sorry, Rosie. Macy wants to be
Well, you'll hear it because Grandma's here.
Here we go. She just wants to pee.
Here with Timmy.
Gonna have to wait. Okay.
This baby. She's doing all 3 of us
I
together.
heard somebody say Grandma's here, and then I hear this song. Damn straight I am.
I love you, Timmy.
Oh, this is gonna be fun. Okay, you ready? Let's do it, my friends. Both feet on the floor. We're gonna start with the connection exercise. Guys, shh. Here we go.
Yeah.
What I need you to do is I need you to sit with both feet flat on the floor. And I need you to close your eyes. And then when I'm done talking, what I want you to do is I want you to take a deep breath, picturing that deep breath starting at your big toe, slowly pulling it all the way up through your body and then blow it directly towards me.
Stop.
And give me a minute to focus.
Oh, Tips, would you leave me alone? Please.
Okay.
Seriously, Mom, give me a break.
Quite a few people stepping forward around you guys, but I want to start with this lady.
Abby, sit down.
Steps forward. She goes one above. She's still got the child. I know she's like annoyed that I should remember her, but I do a lot of these readings, and I've had a lot of people in this position recently. So she steps forward holding the child. Feels like this is a soul. Hold on a second. I do remember now. Okay, sorry. She just showed me the infant, sudden, unexpected, traumatic death. That I got every hair standing up on my arms right now. This is what I mean. Second I connect to your energy, I can remember. She's got his soul on the other side. It's a boy, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
So this dude took me a second. She's so annoyed with this. Here's the thing. So she's doing the validation again. She's showing me the body scan, which is more than one issue in the body or pain throughout the body. And then freedom on the other side. See, when we do that connection exercise, they take me through their passing from their perspective, not from ours. And the first thing she does is she's like, I'm not in any pain anymore. I got free mobility on this side. And I collected this young man's soul the second he was there. Like, she's coming through like this with him. This lady down in the corner, is she related to you? Where am I going here? I got Christina and you. And it's interesting. So she's not related, but Mary is over here. Is Mary the mother of this? Because I keep hearing mom, 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 mom.
No,
You are. So you guys are jumping all over on my screen, but that's okay. He's talking to you. Your grandma is like, see, he's here. He's here. He's here. He's right here. He's not gone. But your son, I'm telling you, has been communicating with you all morning. He's showing me the energy is raising right now. And I'm seeing it's not fluke. It's not accident. It's not chance. It is not random. He's showing me things lining up. Have you been finding the feathers or the birds?
Butterflies.
Feathers and birds around you.
my dad's been finding the feathers.
Who has been?
My dad.
Those are, see, your son wants you to know he's got his wings on the other side. He's an angel, and he's hanging out with grandma on that side as well. Have I
I
communicated?
found a feather in your pocket the other day
Yeah,
when I did the laundry.
I have both.
That does not surprise me. Have I communicated with you already? Because he just said hi again, Mom. So have I read for you already?
You did a free reading on Facebook for me, yeah.
Okay. And the interesting thing about the mother soul, that so it's one above. So this would be grandma.
Yeah, that's great.
You understand, was she in a lot of pain before she passed, or in like unable to move around so good? Because she's really coming through very glad to let you know that she can be in all places at the same time. I don't know if you guys are in different parts of the country or we have family spread out, because she's like, I'm with all of you at the same time.
We're spread out. We're all at our own homes right now.
She's like, and you thought I was going to be dead. Ha ha, not a chance.
She was something.
Did somebody make pie recently, or like meat pie?
Cookies.
She's putting something in the oven. The reason why I say did we make pie is because I can feel like my grandma was a French pastry baker, and she used to do pies like crazy. And so when I see pie, that means either you've baked something. When you say cookies, it means what that would mean if she's showing me pie is that this is a nostalgic comfort food, or that you've made her recipe, because she's showing me that link, that it's hers.
That was her peanut butter cookies.
There you go.
Oatmeal cookies.
She knew that.
Is that what I got you peanut butter for? Yeah, so we can make the peanut butter oatmeal cookies.
Yeah, I got a whole bag in my house.
But here's the thing, I
lucky.
hear it's about damn time when you said that. Like, we haven't cooked her stuff or we haven't baked in a while. Like, she's like, this is good. It's about time we're doing this.
Your goulash, the sauce.
Is that your husband in the background?
That's my dad.
That makes even more sense because I heard, hi, Dad, which is why I thought, is that your husband?
And me.
There's so many people trying to come through around you guys, though. So let me just try to calm this down for a second. They're trying to go so fast. Because see, Grandma's bringing through the gentleman that's on the other side as well. As soon as I heard Dad's voice, I see the gentleman come through there above him. Is his dad on the other side as well? Your dad's dad?
Yes.
As soon as I heard the vibration
Yeah.
of Dad's voice, that father figure stepped forward. I can smell some smoke around him, so I'm not sure if he used to smoke or
Yeah.
if he's with the smokers.
Grandpa.
He's making me feel like he can move around better on the other side, but his passing itself feels quick. Like I almost feel like somebody whose health was slowing down, but my actual passing was very sudden or like very quick. Do you understand that?
Yes. Yeah.
And then they gave you the rose, which is birthday, anniversary, or a date that happens once a year.
Dad's birthday.
That's what I mean. He's talking to Dad right now. Is it his birthday? Like either just passed or is coming up?
August 9th.
So he knows. He's wishing him a happy birthday. And what's funny about this is his dad was like, well, B, I don't know how you got him here. It's almost like, let me see if I can translate this properly. The energy I got from this is not everybody believes in this type of thing, but it was like, well, I'll come through with a message for Dad. If you can get him here, I'll come through with a message. How the heck you got him here? I have no idea, but happy birthday to Dad. And then
So funny.
Grandpa's talking about aligning you with that, making sure you're in the right place at the right time at the right moment to get him here.
Yeah, he was gone. I didn't think he was going to be back in time.
That's your
The first language of spirit is energy. They don't have a physical body to communicate with speech like we do. They communicate with energy, and they will line you up at the right moment, at the right place, at the right time to be where you ask them to be, or to bring into your world what you've asked for. It's interesting, when I said that, I saw somebody get a huge payout of money. And so I don't know who's waiting for money, or if there is, like I saw money and J. It's like there's justice coming in there's a payout coming in. Are you waiting for insurance? Or I don't know what that means. You understand that?
My. Go ahead, Tina.
Hi, Amy.
Hi, baby. Well, my dad's been talking to this chick online, and he's going to marry her, and she's got money.
No. I mean, that's.
I think he's talking. I think he's talking about my dad plans to sue.
Your what? Say that again.
I don't know. I think I know what it is.
Money.
Dad, it says justice with money coming in.
Yes.
What
Oh,
is Dad gonna do? Yeah.
Oh,
What does he
maybe
do?
with
See,
the
whatever
book.
you're talking about, spirits over here going ding, 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 but I don't know what
It's
you're talking about.
lawsuit. He's gonna do a lawsuit for everything we've been through.
Got ya. See,
Yeah,
okay.
To bring us money.
This is why he needed to be, okay, so here's the message behind this. And that is that I tell you guys all the time that your loved ones are not gone. They're still with you. They just can't communicate in a physical way like you and I can.
No, sit downstairs,
And this world is operated under free will, which means that we have to choose. So your loved ones can help you with stuff, but they can't choose for you. Just like your GPS can help align you to get somewhere. Mary, can I just get you to put your mute on while I'm doing this, hun? I'm still talking to you too. And when I come back to you, I'll get you to take it off. That's just, you get it. Okay, anyway, so what they will do is that they will, let me try this again. Slow down, slow down. I'm getting ahead of myself. My energy is so vibrant high right now, you guys, that you'll have to forgive me. I'm like, slow down. The message behind this is this: if you think they're dead and gone, they are. But if you understand that they're here and that they can still help you, but you have to be specific. You have to tell them what you need, and then they can line you up with it. Because this world is built on free will. If you say, tell me what to do, you don't get an answer. But if you say, all right, I want dad here. Dad needs to be here for this reading. Your loved ones go, got it, done. And even though you think he might not be here in time, they use synchronicity and alignment to get him here at this moment, at this time, at this place. Why? Because they're trying to prove that they can use alignment, that they can guide you with alignment. Why? Because he just said that there's a lawsuit that is coming in that will bring justice to people, that is going to give you guys money, and they will align that in your world. So you just got to focus on what you want. You got to be specific. You say, thank you for that justice coming in. Thank you for the payout. Thank you for helping us with this, Grandpa. And watch Grandpa line it up in your world just like he lined Dad here. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Now, is this the same grandpa, like grandma and grandpa, because they're not holding hands, but I feel the connection between the two of them. I'm not sure if this is mom's mom and dad's dad, or if this is dad's mom and dad, but they just weren't extremely intimate because they won't hold hands.
It might be my uncle Richard. My dad said it might be Uncle Richard because he wasn't mobile.
Hold on. As soon as you say Uncle Richard, he's like, that's me. But the lady over here is like a little irritated that I just pushed her aside. So let me stay there for a second. Dad's mom and dad are on the other side, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
The first lady that came through that has the baby in her hands, that was showing me the pain and can move so much better on that side. Is that dad's mom as well?
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, what's interesting is that when a married couple comes through on the other side, usually they hold hands that show me that they were married or together in the physical world. The only time they don't do that is if they were separated before they passed, or if that just was not their relationship. So if they feel like we're not that kind of couple, we don't go around holding hands and being all affectionate with each other, Tracy. Sometimes they'll be married, but they'll come forward at that energy like, I'm not holding his hand, screw you. Do you understand that energy?
Yeah.
Slow this down. And some of the justice has to do with the child as well, correct?
Yes.
You're going to win that.
100%.
You are absolutely going to win that. You understand? 1,000,000,000%. Here's the thing. I see a little girl coming in though. Have you been trying to have a baby? Which one of you is trying to have a baby right now?
Not
Me.
This will be aligned in your world sooner than what you think it is. Now the uncle that we brought forward, he's like, are you just going to ignore me now? You're just pretending I'm not here. Was he in a wheelchair or something? Because he keeps jumping up and down.
Yes.
yes.
When they jump up and down, that's my sign that they have free mobility on the other side. He must have been in that energy most of his life though, or for a very long time, because he's showing me that he's fishing, he's camping, he's climbing mountains. He's showing me that he's able to do all the things that he was never able to do in the physical world. He said, thank you. And I feel like we're buried together. So was he buried or placed? I'm not sure if he's buried or cremated, but his remains are placed with somebody he loves. So if he's cremated, he's still with the people he's loved, or I'm not sure. They're just showing me I'm with the people I love.
He's buried with his wife in Texas.
So he knows that you buried him with her.
Yeah,
Yes.
I was the one who went.
Is
Yeah,
there
that's
like
why
3 or
telling-
4 or 5
I was
years
like-
in between? They both feel far too young to be on that side, but he's like putting like 3 to 5 years in between them. How long did they pass apart from each other?
About 2 years.
About 2 years, I think my dad said.
Not that. See, I'm time is relative how I feel it, but I know it's not a huge amount of time. And then she just takes me to the thoughts, and I feel spinning thoughts. So spinning thoughts is my sign that either I'm not able to communicate before I pass away, or I'm not in my right mind, or it means that I didn't get a chance to say goodbye, or it can literally mean that I was actually spinning if they passed in an accident. I'm not exactly sure how that means to her. All I know is I feel the relief to be together on that side. How did she pass?
She had cancer.
So she was unable to communicate before she passed away then, correct? Because she's still showing me. The important thing to understand about the dead is that they don't step forward and say, this is how I died. They step forward and tell me what they felt while they were passing. Does that make sense? She's making me feel like she had no pain. Like I feel no pain in my body whatsoever. All I feel is that I'm a little bit disoriented and then I'm on the other side. And something about my ears or the pain in my neck is gone. Something about all the way down here. Do you understand that? The pain that she had on the side?
Yeah, it might have been the cancer because it went throughout her whole body.
Did you guys, she showed me the light switch, which is my symbol for choices and decisions and gratitude. Did you guys have to make the choice and decision to medicate her?
No,
We didn't. Maybe
Sorry, I didn't hear that.
we didn't, but maybe her family did.
It's funny. The grandmother just stepped in front. She's like, we've done this before. We know how to get messages to the other family members. We've done this before.
Tell her Richard's done it a lot.
she can hear you.
Is that your dad in the background?
Yes.
She loves him. That's like her, that would be your dad's stepmom or mom. Slow that down.
Oh, that would be his sister-in-law.
Got ya. All I know is she's taking me to the side. I'm like, wait, I'm all confused now. I don't remember who the heck you guys are on the other side. She's like, anyway, she's giving him a lot of love to him. Is he wearing a hat right now?
Yeah.
Because she took it off and she's like, I can see this. Just saying, I can see this. Dad's starting to thin a little bit on top.
Yes.
Don't shoot the messenger. She's not criticizing you. She's just trying to prove she can see you. And I can't see you. You're not even on camera. I can't know you're wearing a hat. I can't know that you're thinning. She's like, nah, I can see everything up here. Who's the smoker over there? Is that Dad's dad?
Yeah, Uncle Richard smoked too, right? But he's stopped or no? My grandfather and my uncle both smoked.
I can smell it around them. And it's interesting because your grandma's showing me how much relief she has to be with all of them. Okay.
Oh, you want to come in?
So this down, this down. I think I'm going to marry here. Same family, but there's a soul coming in to the side that does not feel related, that would have passed before we think of as their time, suddenly, unexpectedly, or traumatically. I don't know if this is overdose.
It's for me.
Who is this?
It's my sister-in-law, Christy. Go ahead. Go ahead.
So this
Go ahead. See, this is your time.
Suddenly, unexpectedly, or traumatically before we think of as their time. My throat burns a little bit, which can be a sign of like substance, or it can be a sign that I just took a deep breath and then I was on the other side. Slow this down. There's definitely some distortion around this passing. Distorted energy comes from pain, grief, trauma around somebody's passing. It can distort the energy field, kind of like water will distort sound. So you can hear underwater, but it'll be muffled. It'll sound like this. Do you understand that? Who is this soul that passed suddenly, unexpectedly, traumatically, that quick, like that?
My children's father.
Was this overdose or substance related? Why is my throat burning? Do you understand?
I know he was doing drugs, but that's not what he passed from.
That's okay. Slow this down. It's just that if there was some kind of substance involvement, I will interpret it through my throat. I will feel it as burning. You understand?
He hung himself.
Okay, so burning times 2. Gotcha. That's why I feel it here. But see, what's important for you to understand is, again, that he was under the influence. You understand? He would never have done that if he was in his right mind. Do you understand that? He's making my face all itchy right now, which is my sign for disfiguration, not looking in death the way that I did in life. I feel so much regret for where I did this, not thinking ahead. Whoever found me, I wish I could take that back. I was not thinking when this happened. I was not in my right mind. Does that make sense? Who found him?
His girlfriend at the time.
He's so sorry for that. I almost feel like, and I hate to say it this way, but have to say it the way they tell me, right? Is that some souls take their own life because they're in so much pain, they don't know how to get out of that pain. And some souls, it's a combination of that and control, in a sense. It's like, you're going to feel bad about the way that you treated me. Do you know what I mean? It feels like there's some situation that happened that in his confused state of mind, he was pissed off and he thought that was the right way to go about it. But you ever see TV shows where they show you like somebody will jump off a bridge or off a roof or something and halfway down they regret that choice and they wish they could take it back? That's what he's showing me, is that he knows that that was absolutely the wrong way to go and that he doesn't want them left with that energy. Does that make sense? I don't know if it was her or if it was the other people. It feels like a combination. And then when I come over here to you, he goes ×2 for you. I don't want you left on those last words. I keep seeing somebody that's saying mean things and doing mean things and has a lot of regret for that on the other side, because now he can see things through other people's eyes and he's showing me the rose-colored glasses, which is where I can see things differently on that side than I did here in the physical world. Do you understand that? Was your last conversation with him kind of angry or me? Do you see what I'm saying? I'm doing this because he's showing me the throat chakra, using his words to hurt. He's sorry for that. He gave you the yellow rose, which is my symbol for friendship. At some point in time, you must have been very close friends, because that's my symbol for friendship. And I feel like he wants to remind you that you were that role to him, that best friend to him. I think some of that anger when you guys separated, he wants you to know was very, let me say this properly. It's almost like you separated for really good reasons, whether this was the drugs or the substance or whatnot, but he was pissed off at the time and he didn't want you to know that was a good thing. So now that he's coming through in this energy, it's like, thank God that you separated when you did, because otherwise it would have been you that found me and that would have been worse. Do you have a child with this man? Because he keeps talking about a child.
Talking about Paige.
Pardon?
We have 2.
That's his daughter right there?
Yes.
See, as soon as she walks in, she's like, the child. He's playing a song to me, and 2 songs actually. First song he's playing is Beautiful by James Blunt. Do you know that song?
No, he called me beautiful.
He used to call you beautiful? I'm telling you, he goes like mama, like daughter. And then he plays he's like, fine, 3 songs. She gets it from her mama. Have you ever heard that song? So there's the 3rd song now. But no, Beautiful by James Blunt. And then he showed me the song Scars in Heaven by Casting Crowns. Have you ever heard that song? It's kind of on the Christian circuit, so most people haven't heard it, but that's definitely for his daughter, because he wants you to know there's no more scars in heaven. There's no more scars in heaven. He's not separated anymore. He shows me the distance or space. He's like, I was distant before I was dead. Do you understand that? Now, never again. He's never going to leave your side. He put the graduation cap on your head, and I see extraordinary pride. Are you graduating like this year or next year, like within the next year or two?
3 years, but she can graduate in 2.
Yeah, she's the
very
grade
smart.
above her.
See, your dad knows that. He's like, couple of years, she's graduating and I'm going to be there. I can't know that, sweetheart. Your dad knows that. He's not missing a single beat. He's like apologizing that he wasn't able to be the dad that you deserved here. And he didn't leave his life because he didn't love you. He left because he didn't know how to feel good and to be the dad that you deserve. Do you understand that? Please know that he is never going to miss a moment of your life. He's thanking you for all of the words. Did you write your dad a letter? Because he said, I read that. Tell her I read it. I read that. What are the words that you wrote down for your dad? Sorry?
She was very angry. She was very angry. She's very angry at him.
You had every right to say that. You understand? Your dad is like very proud of you. I want you to understand. He's like, make sure she understands I'm so proud of her because you got that energy out. You got all that anger out, and he is never going to let you down again. If you say, Dad, I need you here. I need you to send me a sign and show me you're here. He's going to show up every time, but you got to be specific. Tell him what you need to hear. He's telling me that he's been sending you every single sign he can think of over the last few months. I see, first of all, you're probably being bugged. Like I see a lot of bugs. So you must be seeing ants and bugs. That's Dad. He's bugging you. You see? They're symbolic. Butterflies. He's also showing you sunflowers. Did your dad like music a lot? Because he keeps communicating with music. Now I'm hearing You Are My Sunshine. The dimes, the butterflies, the bird, like every sign you can think of, he's showing me right now. Is he buried or laid to rest a distance or space away?
He's been at jail.
No.
Sorry?
He's cremated.
He was cremated. His ashes are up at his mom's.
And that is
He's
where?
close to us. He's about 20 minutes from us.
It's so funny when he's that way.
You know why I ask it that way? Because he says it's too far away. I want to be close. Have you guys thought of giving her some of those ashes, or has she wanted some of those ashes? He's like showing me jewelry. He's like, it's too far away.
She has one. She just doesn't wear it.
Know that your dad knows that because he's taking me to the jewelry and he says, that's too far away. I'm right here. When you wear that jewelry, your dad is right close to your heart. Slow this down. He hasn't been gone that long, has he? It feels like within the last year, maybe. How long has he been gone?
4 years.
Wow, it doesn't feel like that long. I'll be honest with you. It feels like yesterday. That's the point. He just said, that's the point. Do you have a brother as well? Is there a boy? Because he said, and the boy, is he older?
No, younger. Well, we do have together we had 2 kids, but I had an older child before him that he took care of too.
He's showing me helping somebody find a car or find their driver's license, get their something to do with the car. He wants to help with that.
That'd be our oldest.
So just know that you don't have to be with his ashes for him to hear you, and you don't have to even have that on for him to hear you. He's hearing everything you said. And I'll tell you something. My dad and I were separated when he passed a few years ago as well. And I was devastated because I'm like, what? It ends like this? This is how it ends? That's so unfair. And your dad just said, tell her what your dad said to you. And that is this. He just put on the cheerleading costume, which is my symbol that he's your biggest cheerleader on the other side, and that he's never going to let you down again. It doesn't end now. It's just that in the physical body, he couldn't be the dad that you deserved. So now in the non-physical body, He's going to align into your world whatever it is that you need from him. And he's never going to let you down. So it doesn't end here. So that means when you're ready to drive, you say, all right, Dad, I want this color car, this 4-door, however many doors, this price, whatever. And you watch Dad line that right up into your world. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then he gave you paint. Are you wanting to repaint your room? What's with the paint?
At my grandmother's house, I do.
What is that?
At my Grammy's house, I want to repaint my room.
So he's going to help you with that too, because I don't even know what the heck he's talking about. He's talking to you, not me. He knows about all that. He's like, you tell me what kind of paint, I'll send it your way. And when that happens, you're going to feel his presence, not his absence. Now he's pulling his energy back. And then it's funny because he smoked, didn't he? He took a big puff of a cigarette and he goes, no, I don't want her to see that because she's never going to smoke. She's not going to smoke. Oh. Last thing, as he pulls his energy back, he looks at you and he said, thank you for being the best mom to these kids. And he shows me breaking open that throat chakra. And he wants that to be the last words that he leaves you with. I feel like whatever those last words were mean and uncalled for. And now that he's on the other side, he can see the whole picture. And he knows that you did everything that you needed to do to keep the kids safe and to keep them healthy and happy and away from those choices and decisions he was making that were going down. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah, he was in Florida and we were in New York.
He's like, everything that you need right now, you tell me. You need school supplies. Ask me for them first. Not because you can't afford them and not because you can't do it on your own, but because he wants to help with that so you feel his presence. He's still loading you up with school supplies. Did you just do that shopping today or yesterday? Like,
No, a couple weeks ago.
why does he say we're not quite done though? Do you still need shoes?
Roger does, our youngest.
So he's going with you because I can't know that. Make sure you tell Roger to ask it for the name brand shoes he wants and Dad will line him up with the deal. Isn't that funny? Okay. He's pulling his energy back. I hope that was helpful, you guys. Sorry that he cut in on your family's reading here. But he's like, I am family.
And he is.
Yeah.
Okay. I have a feeling we're jumping all over today, you guys, but I got to go to somebody else here and I'll come back again in a minute here. This lady down below, you just say iPhone. You got glasses on, you're staring right at me. I can see your picture. Yes, you. You got to take it off mute. I don't know your name though.
It's Karen.
Oh, your mom is on the other side? The mother figure? Is this your mom?
Yes.
Okay, all I know is that this lady's in spirit and I think she's gonna have a stroke if I don't answer her correctly, like soon. I'm like, I didn't know dead people could have a stroke, but she's like getting tense. She's like, me! And all I hear is mom, 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 mom. So loud. I've read for you before, haven't I?
Yes.
She's like, I know what I'm doing too, so let's just jump right in this. Okay. Are you ready to do this?
I am.
Both feet flat on the floor for me, hon. Let's start with this connection exercise.
Okay.
I want you to close your eyes and I want you to take a deep breath, picturing that deep breath starting at your big toe, slowly pulling it all the way up through your body and then blow it directly towards me and give me a minute to focus. Okay, so your mom grabs the gentleman by the hand, is like, get over here, it's our turn, right away, puzzled up. She's showing me the father figure. Your dad's on the other side as well? Karen?
Yes.
Yes? Okay, sorry, my eyes were closed. Because she
Oh,
pulls
sorry.
him forward right away. She's like, it's our turn! So they're step forward holding hands, which is my sign that they were married or together here in the physical world. I hear somebody coughing. I think this is Dad, like, he's clearing his throat, and I can feel the breathing issue here. He shows me how strong he is on that side now and how much
Hmm.
energy he has on the other side. Like I got all my strength back. I don't know if this was like heart attack and I just went weak and passed on the other side, or if this is that you had to see him slowly but surely get weaker and weaker, and then it was a quick passing, but that's how he shows me that. Does that make sense?
Lung cancer. Yeah.
See the breathing? The end was really fast for him, though. He's reminding me that it was, or reassuring you that it was very fast. And I see them together, the heart going around the two of them, which is my symbol
Oh.
for healing and reuniting. It's healed to be reunited. Were they separated before they passed?
He was a horrible husband from day one. He was an alcoholic, angry, inconsiderate, temper. She was submissive. It was just a bad 40 years.
But they were still together.
Well, that generation, you know, he died in 1990, that you didn't want to be broken up. So they just, what would the neighbors think? You know, that type of generation. Yeah.
So what's interesting about that is that your mom was here first, so she's not hanging out with him on the other side per se, but the heart is my symbol for healing and reconnection. And the
Wow.
second that she talks to you, she brings him forward, holds his hand to let me know that they were married, and shows me that she has healing to be reconnected on the other side and that they've healed through all of that. What's interesting as well is that your dad, she's bringing him here first. And I think the reason for that is because that when you say that 40-year relationship that was terrible, they probably should have separated many years ago, it feels like you're still living under the consequences of that energy. Do you understand that?
Yep.
Do you understand this is my symbol for struggle or challenge in a relationship? And then your mom shows me storm clouds. That's interesting. Usually if you're going through a dark time or a challenging time, they will just show me a dark cloud. She's literally showing me thunder and lightning. Have you been going through a very challenging time recently?
Yeah. Well, I do everything. We've been married 39 years, so I do everything, the dishes, the laundry. So I've got a staph infection. I break out every summer. I don't know what I'm allergic to. So my husband didn't even help me. So finally, now that I'm getting a little bit better now, I said, you're going to help with dishes. You're going to help with laundry. You're going to help with meals. And you're going to help with the lawn. So he's smartening up now. But I'm just kind of pissed at him because he's just so, because I've done everything. It's my fault.
Do you know what's really fascinating about what you just said? And this is what I love about the work that I do. You don't have to tell me any of that. When your parents come through, what did your mom say? Well, you just said that he was a bad example of a husband, and your mom said you are still living under the consequences of his behavior. So you are accepting behavior from your husband, or were, that you didn't deserve because we do what we were taught, right?
Yeah.
What I love about this is that when you just said, I'm starting to tell him what you need, your mom's like, damn straight you are. The more you tell him, the more he will do what you ask him to do. But it's about feeling confident enough to say it, to break open that throat chakra and tell him, not just ask him, but tell him, do you want a divorce? No? Do it.
Yeah.
That's
Literally,
something
that's
she
what I
never
did.
did.
No.
But here's what I want you to know. This is why it matters. Is because, like you said, that generation was brought up under the ideas that they're not allowed to do that. They will be looked down on, that it's bad, that, you know what I mean? So she never felt free enough to do what you are doing here. Therefore, she suffered right up until the end. But what she's doing now on the other side is she's learning vicariously through you. So as you are learning to stand up for yourself and open up that chakra and express what you need from life, she is learning vicariously through you, so that when she comes here again in the physical world and incarnates again, she will never be in another relationship like that again, because she's learning through you how to open her throat chakra and how to ask for what she needs, which is something she didn't know how to do in the physical world.
So that's what you mean by teaching the generations and breaking. Now I get it.
Bad
Oh.
relationships are a generational curse that get passed down from generation to generation because our children don't grow up and do what we say. They grow
No.
up and do what we do. So if
Yes.
your parents modeled that type of relationship to you, then of course you're going to stay in a marriage that feels like that because that's your normal. So
Yep.
as you learn to break through that normal and create a new normal, you free yourself and them.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I'm ready to kill him. It's like, pardon my French, but smarten the F up. Like, oh, I'm retired now. Well, so am I, and you're not dumb. So, and whenever I mow the grass, I get this huge eczema on my palms, and then I get a staph infection. It goes systemic, and then I'm on prednisone, and then I get sick. And I've been doing this for 33 years, getting the staph infection, and I don't think it's environmental. I think it's spiritual or something.
Yeah, because it is literally manifested dis-ease. What do you think
Yes.
disease is? Disease is dis-ease. And when you force yourself to go into an energy where you're like, he should be doing this, and you feel that
Yeah.
vibration, you are going to manifest that in your body.
Every
So
April
either-
I do that.
Well, stop doing that. If you can't mow the grass because you feel happy about it, because you're proud of yourself and because you like the way it looks, don't do it. Because it's about training yourself that you don't do anything that doesn't feel good, no matter what.
Yeah, I just get resentful.
Don't do that. Don't act in that energy because your emotions is a road. It's like a highway. So every time you mow the grass in resentment, you get on resentment highway and that takes you to Shitville.
Yeah.
Just does. So if you wait, I'd rather have the grass up to here and let him figure it out than mow it in resentment because then you're not going to manifest dis-ease in the body. You see what I'm saying?
What? Mow it in resentment?
No, I said don't mow
No,
it in
no,
resentment.
no. No, that's right. No, I've been doing it for 39 years. The next 39 years, I said, you can mow the lawn.
You know what's funny? Every time you say that, they just keep showing me, your mom keeps reassuring you with this image that I have of my grandparents. Because remember how they show me things from my library?
Mhm.
My grandma my grandfather passed when he was 88. It was the year before he passed. So he would have been 87. He had Parkinson's and dementia and like all this other stuff, right? But they were the older generation. And my grandma was in her 90s. She was even 4 years older than him. And throughout their entire marriage, my grandma would make dinner and provide dessert afterwards. Dinner, dessert. You know those old couples, they're extraordinarily in their ways. And so one day I'm sitting there at dinner and my grandma was tired. She was 91 and she decided not to make a cake that day or pie or whatever. She was tired. So for dessert, she gave him a few chocolate chip cookies. And my grandfather looked at this and he's like, what is this? This is dessert? This isn't dessert. And she's like, listen, do you want a divorce? He's like, no. She's like, then shut up and eat it. And he did. He's like, okay. Never heard another word about it. Your mom keeps showing me that every time you say that about your husband. She's like, you forget he's old now. He needs you more than you need him.
I
So
know.
if you treat it like my grandma did, like she didn't argue with him. She's just like, are you kidding me? You don't know who the boss is here? You want a divorce? No? Then shut up. If you treat your husband in that way, not that she wants you to be mean, but I feel like
Yeah.
you got to put the foot down. You have
Even-
the upper hand here.
Even my girlfriends are telling me this. They're very nice, but the past 3 days, 3 of them had said, enough's enough already, Karen. Get him to help out around the house more. Like, it's ridiculous.
But well,
So-
let me say your mom said, what is ridiculous is that you've got to learn to stop jumping into shit river with him, what I call shit
Yes.
river, which is where it feels bad. So if your grass is piled up to here and it's like 10 feet high, then she's like, you got to understand that this is so much better than arguing with him about it. Forget about
Because
it.
he doesn't care. He could care less. He
Don't
could
care
live.
if he's going to get kicked out, if you're going to get divorced.
Oh,
He'll care then.
I've asked him for 3 divorces. over the years, and then he gets better. So I
That's
consider
what I'm
him my third.
saying. Do you see what I'm saying? Your mom knows that. I don't know that. She's like, you just tell him he's going to get a divorce. He'll do whatever you need to do,
He's my
especially the
third
older he
husband.
gets.
Yeah.
He's your third.
Oh, he's such a boy.
That's so funny. Your mom's like, I don't care if he's your third or your 10th. He's going to do what he's Your mom's healed through being able to tell these men what to do, let me tell you, and reassuring you that as you find your power in this, so does she. But you got to not allow yourself to make choices and decisions in resentment. Go shopping next time.
Yeah.
Literally
Yep.
is telling you go shopping. Slow that down. Okay, so she's going to a couple other things before she pulls her energy back here. Two things. One, she is telling you she wasn't just saying go shopping willy-nilly. She means what she says is do not sit there and bake in the frustration, because that's what she's showing me that you've been doing.
Oh, look at me. I'm not looking after myself.
Because you're upset, right? Because in here, if you are thinking about it in a way that makes you upset, then you feel upset. And then everything that matches upset lines in your world. Let it go.
And I'm
Just,
putting on weight, and it's ridiculous.
I know, just was down that route a little while ago, and I finally lost most of the weight. Woohoo!
Oh, you look beautiful, beautiful.
Thank you. She's like, so do you. As soon as you said that, she's like, so do you. And she's like, you are not stuck. You are just stubborn.
Yeah.
The next time that you feel like he's pissing you off, I want you to get up and leave the house. I want you to learn to detach from that energy. She said, invest in you. She's showing me that reel that I posted yesterday. I don't know if it's still on my story on Instagram. It's of these water buckets where one water, it's like a flower. What do you call those?
Oh,
flowers?
yes.
You saw that where it's all pouring into each other's?
Mhm.
She's like, you can't pour into somebody else's cup what you don't have in your own first. So invest in yourself, because what you're trying to do right now is you're trying to argue with him to peace. You can't get to peace that way. You detach from the vibration of frustration and him pissing you off. You go do something that's fun. You invest in yourself. Go for a spa day, get your hair done, go shopping, do something that makes you feel happy, and then you will get to peace. Peace will line up with you. But if you keep sitting and marinating in your mind over and over and over, having those arguments in your mind with him, it's just going to get worse. She knows that, because look at it, never got better for her. That's how she handled this. They're sorry that they taught you this, but extremely proud that you are learning to undo this. One more thing is she wants you to know is that as you are going through this right now, she's talking about how valuable it is that you're going through this right now. Do you have children, hun?
Yeah, 3 boys.
Because here's the thing. As you go through this right now and you learn to stand up for yourself and you learn to not accept that behavior anymore, you're teaching your boys that that's not okay either. And you're modeling by example that if
their spouses treat them horrible.
Yeah, because we grow up and do what has been shown to us. We don't grow up and do what our parents say, we do what they did. So once you stand up for yourself and you start treating yourself better, they will understand that they can do the same thing too. But our kids don't automatically know how to love themselves if we've never done it. We've never shown them how to do that.
And I feel bad that I taught them wrong. Like, it's my
Well,
job.
This is just it. You can't get to helping them by feeling bad. The whole point of this is not to feel bad about it. The whole point of this is to celebrate. Well, thank you, mom and dad, and my husband who's giving me a challenge right now. Thank you for this challenge, because you are giving me the opportunity to show my boys the right way to do this.
I know, because my son's girlfriend treats me like crap and treats him like crap, but I know he will realize eventually what's going on, but it's got to be in his own time, right?
Yeah, but the quicker that you model for him how
Okay.
to respect yourself and take back your power, and how when he sees you not letting anybody around you hurt you or keep you down. For example, if he sees your husband treating you that way and you stand up for yourself, now you've shown him how to handle his wife. But if
Yeah.
nobody's ever shown him how to stand up for himself, how the heck is he supposed to know how?
I know.
So
Okay,
isn't this
got
a
it.
beautiful opportunity that life is giving you and him, that first you are going to show him how, and then he's going to know how?
I'm doing
This
that
is-
now.
That's exactly
Yes.
it. So it's not about beating up on yourself on the past for not being able to do it before. It's understanding that learning to do it now is exactly how you help him and them now.
Because I
Makes
know Bill would never leave me. I know he loves me, but
Oh no, I don't see you guys getting divorced. Just like I
No.
don't see, when my grandma said that to my grandfather, there was no chance of them getting divorced.
no.
It was just, you know, it's kind of like setting the energy straight. Somebody who is not in a position, like my grandfather at that time, was not in a position to complain. He should have been grateful
No.
that he had any kind of dessert there, right? And she made him realize that real darn quick. That's what it's about. It's not about being mad that he even said that. It's about, here's your reminder. I don't think so, dude. And
Enough's enough.
that's
Yeah.
how we treat the younger generations. As he sees you doing that, then he will do that as well. And this is how we break those generational chains that get passed down generation to generation.
Oh, now I get it. Okay. So, thank you. Yeah, because I'm thinking I'm swimming against the current. What the heck am I doing wrong? And now I see.
Making
Yeah.
choices that are frustrating you. Make the choices that feel good and stand up for yourself. And as you do that, you're going to start seeing your son stand up for himself. And then you're going to feel like you're on cloud 9. You're going to be like, did you see my son do that? I've never seen him stand up for himself before. Dang, this is a good thing. I'm going to keep standing up for myself.
Yeah.
And watch for the birds. As they start pulling their energy back, your mom's surrounding you with birds. Birds, 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 birds. Have you been seeing a lot of them recently?
No feathers, no dimes, no dragonflies, no nothing.
They're all around you. You just can't hear them from that energy of disgruntled, of unhappiness, of frustration. Frustration doesn't feel like communication. They're two different vibrations. You see what I mean? Your mom's
Yeah.
sending them. I can see them all around you. First of
Okay.
all, there's no such thing as fluke, random, or chance. Secondly, look for them and understand that it's not a fluke.
I'm in Invermere, for goodness sakes. I'm in the bush and I'm not even looking.
You're surrounded by them. It's just you're distracted by your own frustration. If you have nothing really positive in your life that you are waking up for, every morning I get up, it's something more exciting than the day before. Today I got up going, yes, Spirit's back in town. I was all excited to be here doing this. So that jumps me out of bed. Tomorrow I'm jumping out of bed to do a group for 10 people that has been on the books for like a month and a half. So, I mean, you got to have something in your day plan every day to jump out of bed and feel positive about. Because if you don't, then you get up into the abyss of numbness. And
I'm
that,
just in a booger mood. Yeah.
yeah, because you had nothing to, it's like if you don't actually decide what channel you want to watch and you just turn your TV on and you're watching whatever channel's on there, you're going to be in a booger mood the whole time because it's not what you want to watch. You got to learn to dial into what you want to watch and change the channel when it doesn't feel good.
Yes.
She has not
Yes.
left you. You are not stuck. You are not challenged. You are being given a situation to do it differently so that you can help yourself, your husband, and your children and your parents all at the same time. Does that make sense?
Wow. Totally. I never got that. It's like, how can, yeah, now I understand.
Just watch how quickly this situation turns around the second that you get up and start planning into your day fun things to do. Your entire world is going to start changing around so fast that you'll be like, holy shit, how did I
And
not
I've
understand this before?
And I have so much to be grateful for. I have so much, but then I just, like people say, we always go to the negative. We never go to the positive.
It's just
Yeah.
disciplining you. Like I say this to people all the time. If you understood the power, how dramatically your negative thoughts or emotions are going to impact you down the line, you would never allow yourself to do it.
No.
So when you see yourself sitting there and feeling bad, that's where you got to go, ah, I'm going to sit here and visualize something that feels better. I'm going to plan something in my world that feels better. I am not going to let myself stay in the vibration of bullshit, because it goes
Yeah.
like this. If you are sitting in that lower vibrational energy, it's like these days where you get up and you stub your toe and then you spill your coffee and all day long you go in that energy, right? Don't do that to yourself. When you feel yourself in that energy, think about something positive, plan something positive, go do something that'll raise your vibration, and then you will line up with that energy as you go along. But it's our choice. We get to order frustration. If we want to sit and marinate in frustration, God's not going to force you to be happy. He'll give you more things to be frustrated for. But if you think about what you have to be positive for and you focus on doing those things, he will send you so many more things to feel grateful for.
So no more staph infections, no more eczema on my
Never
palms,
again.
because I am so done being on prednisone.
Never again. And
Yeah.
I'll leave you with this. Have you heard me talk about autophagy before?
Oh, can you say it one more time?
Autophagy. So when we're done, look it up, because all those
Okay.
things that you just described can be healed with autophagy.
Okay.
And it's so much easier than you think. I've lost almost 100 pounds now, and I did not do a stitch of exercise yet.
What?
Exercise
Really?
is for toning. It's not for weight loss. Intermittent fasting and autophagy. Look it
Oh.
up and do a lot of research. Autophagy and whatever condition you have, and watch how quickly it can be healed with autophagy. It's spelt AUTOPHAGY. So when we're done,
A-U-T,
autophagy.
A-U-T.
AUTOPHAGY.
Oh,
Autophagy. AUTOPHAGY. But like I said, this will be recorded and uploaded. So if you didn't write it down, you'll get it when we're done.
oh,
Just look that up, and I'm telling you, you will get so much healthier so fast.
yeah,
And
because
just
you look amazing.
thank you. As they're pulling their energy back, your mom said, so do you. Start seeing yourself through our eyes and knowing that they love you so much. They've got healed on the other side, and they are healing, learning vicariously through you now. And so are your children.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
You're welcome, hon. By the way, as she pulls her energy back, she's like, "Mwah, I love your hair, but go get your hair done. You deserve it."
Yeah,
like
I
it's
gotta
been a
watch
bit.
it. Okay, thank you, love you, you're wonderful, thank you.
Love you right back. Okay, so
Bye.
where am I going here? June, I'm gonna go to you because I can see your face, but Nikki, I'm not leaving without giving you a reading. But so hold on, June, I'm coming to you first. You just gotta unmute me. You gotta unmute me. We'll give you a second to figure it out. Maybe I'll read Nikki first and then come. Oh, wait, is this
I'm
like,
good.
is this my
Okay.
Nikki? Hold on, Nikki at the bottom. Is this my Nikki? Nikki heart you. I think it is my Nikki. So I have a best friend, Nikki, and I was gonna say a big shout out. Oh, good, you got it off. So I'm
Yeah,
coming to you in 1 second. I just want to give this big shout out to my friend Nikki, because let me tell you guys, if it wasn't for this girl, I would not be up here right now. She completely saved my ass when the rug got ripped out from underneath of me a couple of months ago. So huge thank you to this girl, and to another girl, Maureen, from Live Long Supplements. You guys need supplements, the best supplements that you could ever get. Go to Live Long Canada, LIVLONG. Maureen is amazing, and she will help you out. And these people and my sister have saved my life and is the reason why I'm here right now. So shout out to them. Okay, June, back to you. You can hear me?
Yes.
Perfect. Have I ever read for you before?
Yeah, a little one.
I have read for you?
Yeah.
See, isn't this awesome? I've read for everybody on here before, and if we were on the free readings, none of you would have got read today. But because we're here doing this, everybody gets read. You have a lot of
Love it.
people on the other side, hon, I gotta tell you, because as I start connecting to you, I start getting really freaking hot. So do you have a preference on who you want me to connect with today? Or just whoever comes through?
Whoever comes through first.
Well, I can't guarantee that I'll get to everybody, but they're like, when I said that, somebody just said, that's okay, we'll come back. Let's do this. Are you ready?
Oh, dear.
Both feet flat on the floor for me. We're going to start with this connection exercise. I want you to close your eyes and I want you to take a deep breath, picturing that deep breath starting at your big toe, slowly pulling it all the way up through your body, and then give me a minute to focus. Okay, here we go. Puzzle dump. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you guys have to slow down. Only a couple of people. All right, so I have two people stepping forward that passed before we would think of as their time.
Yes.
Does not necessarily mean that they were 80 or I mean that they were a child, but they didn't get to live till 80 or 90 like we would think of as a full life. I don't know if one is like a sibling and one is like a spouse or a friend, but they don't feel related to each other. Do you understand that?
Yep.
I think I'm going to start with them. There's a lot of love coming from one soul to the other. Do you have a spouse or a friend on the other side as well?
Friends.
This friend, let me tell you. Okay, so I'm going to separate their energy here. He's choking out my breath. He's taking me to the chest. Feels like either this was like heart attack, sudden unexpected heart attack, or something that I can't breathe. I'm not exactly sure how to understand that. All I know is my stomach hurts really bad, which sometimes I get from heart attack where it goes right up here, or some kind of pain in the stomach, and then I'm on the other side very quick. I take one last breath and I'm on the other side. The thing is, they take me through their passing from their experience, not from ours. So they're telling me how they felt when they passed. The other thing is there's a lot of distorted energy around this person's passing, and I feel like we didn't get a chance to say goodbye. Nobody was expecting me to pass when I did. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Who is this to you, hon?
It was the lady I was looking after.
Got ya.
She just passed.
Like recently?
Yeah. Just last week. I was just to her funeral today. That her?
Okay. So she's here. Usually
Oh, welcome.
the most recent one is not the first one through, but she said you left it up to us. So you went to my funeral today. I'm coming in to say hi.
Yes.
She wants you to know that she's not in any pain anymore. Do you understand the stomach pain? Or the pain
She
here?
had something down. She had something in her stomach, yeah. But she had had a stroke and she come home to heal.
And she what?
She come home to heal and they found her on in the floor at home.
So she's relieved by this. She goes, please don't feel bad about that. I'm so relieved, because she didn't want to be here in the body
Yeah.
that wasn't going to work for her anymore.
Yep.
Do you know what I mean?
Yep.
She wants to thank you for the care that you gave her family. I feel like you gave them reassurance and peace. When you say you cared for her, do you work like at an old age home or something, or you came into her home?
I worked private. I do work at a hospital, but I work private for her.
Because she said, thank you for what you did for my family, or what you gave them. I'm not sure what she's talking about. I'm not in your life, but she was there
I'm
with
not
you
sure.
at the service today.
Yeah.
Feels like you gave them peace. Who found her?
Oh, I said that I would help to clean her home.
See? She's like, and that's not going to be an easy feat. Sorry. Almost like she's got 70 years of stuff in that
Yeah.
house.
Yeah.
And here's the thing, do not overestimate how loving and powerful that gesture is from you to them, because this
Yeah.
family feels broken that she departed so quickly. And they also feel like we let mom come home to heal and she died. Like, I can feel some guilt there, some survivor's guilt. Like, did we do something wrong? We could have, should have done this better. Somebody should have been there with her. Like, all of that stuff. She's like, please let them know there's nothing they could have done differently, that I chose to exit as quickly as I did because I did not want to be a burden to my family.
Yep.
Okay, the father figure just pushed her out of the way. He's like, get out of here. Me first, me first. I'm seeing
Hey, Pop.
smoke. I feel smoke.
Yep.
Is this your dad?
Yeah.
You must have been like very close with dad, hey?
Yeah.
Because he just showed me this sign and he's like, that's my girl right here. This is daddy's girl right here.
Yeah.
Has your dad been gone for some time?
2013. 10 years.
Interesting. And I saw another person with him. Mom's on the other side as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
So he's
He
like,
died
come
here in my
here.
house.
Pardon?
He died here in my home.
Your mom died at your home?
My father did.
Got you.
I looked after him too.
He said, thank you for that. Please thank her for that. He said, you know, the other ones wouldn't have been strong
Oh,
enough
never.
to handle that.
Never.
Did your dad smoke?
Yep.
Do you smell the cigarette smoke every once in a while when there's nobody smoking
Sometimes.
around you?
Yeah.
You know that's him, hey?
Yeah.
And was there distance or space between when him and mom passed, like some time?
Yeah. Yes.
Because he shows me the heart wrapped around the two of them and healing
Yeah.
to be reunited and reconnected.
Yeah. He was much like the lady before her. He had a stroke and now he's a lot better. He was a lot better after he had a stroke. But the lady that you just read for, he was somewhat similar to that with my mom.
You know what's interesting? That does not surprise me because
Yeah.
spirit lines up the people in these readings who will get the most out of the messages being delivered. This is why your dad is stepping forward before your mom, because he wants you to know how proud of you he is. You're a curse breaker as well. I see this, which is my symbol for struggle or challenge in a relationship, but it feels like in the distant past. It feels like you've been free of that for some time now. Are you single?
No.
You're in a relationship?
Yeah. I'm married.
Okay, so that's what he means, that the challenges, that struggle or challenge in a relationship, you have overcome that more now than before. Yeah?
Yeah.
Isn't that funny? Because he's like thanking you for this again and again and again. Please know that your dad did not want to be mean. Do you understand that? He did not want to be, not mean, but it's alcohol.
Yeah.
It's just that hurt people hurt people. And
Yeah.
that alcohol was how I cover up my emotions. And I never learned to deal with my emotions without that.
Yeah.
But the love that's coming from him to you is enormous. Two birth dates close together. Is your and his birthday close together, or did he pass on or around another special date, close to another special date?
My son, sorry, his son, his birthday's 2 days. And then my mother-in-law's a day before his. Dad died on the 9th, sorry. My mother-in-law died on the 10th. His birthday was on the 10th. Sorry, I'm saying that wrong. My father was born on the November the 9th. My mother-in-law was born on November the 10th, and my brother is November the 11th.
That's interesting. So not so much the mother-in-law thing, other than it's his way of weaving her into the conversation as well, because she's clearly on the other side.
I've
But
heard from her before.
your brother is still here in the physical world, correct?
Yes.
Because he said that he passed around that time of, it's interesting. He's like, I passed at your house and on his birthday. So that my energy is with you both.
Yeah.
It's not meant to make him sad every year on that date. It's meant to make sure that he knows dad's with him every year on his birthday, because it's impossible to think of them if they're not with us. Your thoughts are interpreting the invisible energy of the world all around you.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Now, was your mom unable to communicate before she passed away? Because she just shows me the spinning thoughts and tells me she's so much clearer on the other side. She can
Yes.
hear everything you're saying. I see the holding of the hand, which is my symbol that there was somebody with me when I took my last breath, but I don't think she was quite able to communicate at that moment. Do you understand
Not
that?
anymore. Yep. Yes.
She knew you were there. Were you with her when she was passing?
Not with her. We had just left the hospital. She didn't want us there, I don't think.
Here's the thing.
But I
She,
had her watch on, and the watch stopped at the time she died.
that's pretty specific.
You-
'Cause
I'm
she
sorry, is that my mother-in-law or my mother?
That's your mother-in-law then, isn't it?
My mother-in-law, I was at home and I watched a white thing go up the stairs and my
Okay,
son started
that's
to
her
cry.
there. That's what I thought. No, this is your mom showing me the holding of the hand and that she knew that you were there, but she was unable to communicate that at the moment that she passed. So then when you said my watch stopped, she's like, exactly. When I tell you that your loved ones are communicating with you, but
Yeah.
they use symbols, flute, there's no such thing as
And the
fluke, random, or
phone.
chance. You
Yeah.
knew in that moment that your watch stopped because mom was there.
Oh, yeah.
She used energy to be able to get that message to you. And the fact
With
that
her
you
watch.
understood it.
Yeah.
And even that, the fact that you understood it immediately means that you're a little bit more psychic than you think you are, or that
Yeah.
you have expressed, maybe. Do you know what I mean?
In tune.
She's like bragging
Little-
about how you get that from her side. She just gave you a
Uh-oh.
bunch of blankets, hun. Do you
I
have
make
your mom's
blankets.
quilts or blankets?
I have my grandmother's quilt pattern. I make quilts.
Okay, so she knows, and this is grandma coming through now. And
There's
what's
Grandma.
what's interesting is your grandma's coming through with the energy of like, I'm so proud of you. When you said I make the quilt, she's like, somebody did. Thank you
Yeah.
so much. Your mom didn't really do that kind of thing, did she?
No, not at all.
So that's interesting. So your grandma knows that you make those. And I feel like you made one in honor of her or something
Yeah.
of her, like her pattern or something. Cause she's like
Yeah.
still showing me my symbol for pride. And she's like, I need you to
Yeah.
know I see this.
Yeah, and I'm going to be making another one. We named one of my granddaughters are named after her, and I'm going to make that baby a quilt.
So she knows. That's why I feel honored in a quilt.
Yeah.
You're not missing any of this. Your mother-in-law too is like, I love her too, or you're just gonna ignore me. She's tried to bring me through like 3 times.
I could use your help.
It's funny when you said that, she's like, I'm on it. And she put the white blanket around your husband's shoulders. The white
Oh.
blanket is my symbol for watching over somebody that has health or stress issues. Do you understand that?
Yeah. I need her. Yeah.
Is he stressing you out or is he stressed out? I don't know what she means by that.
Yes. Both. He's stressed out. He has mental illness.
So this is the whole point. When you say I need her, she keeps saying, I'm right here. I'm right here. But you got to be specific. So you got to tell her what you need. And she's like, you're getting better at this, telling her what you need. And then she can send it to you.
I've never asked her to help.
She still said, yes, you have. So sometimes you can ask them for help without realizing you're asking for help. What I mean by that is that they're pure invisible energy all around you and they hear your thoughts. So in your thoughts, when you are saying, I need a towel bar to go in the bathroom, I need a step for him, I need these tools for him, I need these kinds of things for my husband, you're thinking that in your head. That's ordering from the restaurant of life, and that's asking them for help. Just asking and thinking about what you need, they can come in and align those things in your world. Does that make sense?
Okay.
I keep seeing medical supplies. Like I'm seeing like you need. My mom had a brain aneurysm 30 years ago, and we had to re-outfit the house with like the bars
that
that
for
go
my
in the
father.
shower and stuff like that. Do you know what I
did
mean?
that for my dad.
Now, is it almost time to do that for your husband as well?
No. Hope not.
Do you still have the towel things in your house?
The bar?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, when you say mental illness, See, I'm not in your life to know exactly how to interpret that, but I feel like it's mental illness that's being affected physically. It's affecting me physically.
It's affecting me physically.
No, him. It's like the mental illness is taking its toll dis-ease wise inside him. Do you understand that?
Yeah, he's getting sore, I think. He's saying stuff now that I didn't usually hear, like that he's sore more.
Yes, this is what I'm talking about. Because your mother-in-law, now that you're talking about this, she's like showing me that, yeah, he's got some mental stuff going on as well, but he's got some pain going on throughout the
Yes.
body too. Because I'm asking
Yes,
her,
he does.
why are you bringing up the bar in the shower? And she's like, cause when you said we did that for my dad, he's like, yeah, it's still there, so don't worry about it. It's like, no matter what he's going through, you're going to be prepared. You're 10 steps ahead.
Yep, always.
She just wants to thank you for doing as great a job as you are doing right now. And I don't think you give yourself as much credit for that as you need, because she's like overemphasizing how much she
Oh, is
appreciates.
she talking about her other son?
No, she's talking about you with your
Okay.
husband, talking about
Right.
how much she appreciates that you are
Okay.
sticking around and loving him through this. You could have
Okay.
just taken off on him, right? But you didn't.
Yep. No, I couldn't.
When you mentioned the other son, though, she spun him around and kicked him in the ass, which is my sign for accountability. And she's like, yeah, thank you for that too. But that's more about keeping him accountable. You understand that?
Yeah.
And then she has the dog on the other side, hon. Did you lose
Yep.
the dog? Because I can hear barking.
Yeah. We had a dog too.
It's funny that when you, okay, so she might be talking about, so I got to push them all back. Your mom's coming through. Your mom's like getting everybody away. She's like, my turn now.
Yeah.
She's got the baby. And this is, I think
Oh.
it's the baby that's about to be born, you said, correct?
Oh,
This
I
is a
don't
little
know.
girl that's about to be born, or that was just born?
I have, yes, there's a baby that was born. She's 8 months old, named Millie.
3 girls, 1 boy. Do you have 3 grandchildren already?
I have 2 adopted granddaughters and then 2 daughters, 2 of my own. Yeah,
Interesting. So that's interesting. The
there's more
grandchildren.
coming.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because your mom just said, I don't care if they're adopted or blood, they're all mine. And she
Yeah.
said, I have 3 grandbabies, granddaughters, and there's a boy that will be coming here. So if you have 2 adopted granddaughters and 1 biological granddaughter,
I
that's
have 2 biological granddaughters
2 biological granddaughters and 2
and
adopted.
2 adopted.
Interesting. One of those is a soul that's come back to you again. That's why I'm only seeing 3 souls. This is interesting.
I'm closer to the 1 adopted granddaughter than I am with the other one.
There's a little boy coming as well.
Yeah.
I gotta say, because they just said close the window, because if there's a window of opportunity open, this child's coming back in. It feels like to the lady that just had the baby.
Okay,
That 8-month-old.
that
Are
makes
they
sense.
trying for another one?
It's a possibility. They're having trouble finding daycare, so I think getting pregnant would be a easier resort. Yeah.
At least then she gets maternity leave. All I
Again,
know is
yeah.
this little boy is standing right there going, my turn, my turn, my turn. And it's about
Sounds
time
right.
you got a
The other one's so
grandson.
scared of us. She's so timid. She's her mommy's daughter. She yells when she sees you. She screams. So cute.
Aw.
Yeah, and then she comes around.
Your mom says she's so relieved that she's not separated by distance or space anymore. She's showing me being all places at the same time. I feel like either you're all separated in different cities or different provinces, because she's taking me all around. Doesn't feel too bad. Like
It's not that far away. It's an hour away.
I was gonna say, it almost feels
Yeah.
like maybe we're in the same province, but still,
Yeah.
if you're in an older body and you're an 80 or 90-year-old who can't travel, that's too far.
Yeah. He's going to be moving back this way, I think.
They're gonna help with that.
I think. Yeah. I'm hoping.
They're pulling their energy back, hon. Your friend that was the first one here, who you just went to her funeral, who you're gonna help with her house, she said, you choose anything in that. You choose anything. There is something left to you there. She wants you to choose something to remember her by.
Oh, thank you.
Do you understand the piano? Did she play piano?
I don't know. I didn't know her that well. She might have. She was a pastor. Yeah.
So, oof, that gave me shivers because on the other side, she's playing piano and singing. And I'm like, what are you doing? And so when you said, oh, she might have, she was she's like, let my kids know that because I think that's how they'll remember her in her younger
any
years.
kids.
Huh?
She didn't have any children.
Who are you cleaning this out for then? Whoever that
grandchildren.
is, that family.
Yeah.
She wants you to let them know that's what she's doing on the other side, is playing the piano and singing and free on the other side, doing what she loves.
Wonderful. I have some sick family members. Are they going to be okay? Are they being looked after?
See, the dead they will never tell me if somebody is
Yeah.
about to pass or not. The only way they will answer that is when you ask me that question, they all step forward and they go, we're
Yeah.
right here. Tell us what you need. So if your loved ones are going through a challenge right now, you say, show me a sign that you're with them, and they will show you the sign. But be specific so you know what sign you're looking for. Somebody's definitely been diagnosed with cancer because she shows me my
Yes.
sign for C.
Yeah. My cousin. I'm sore all over.
Again, I got to tell you guys, autophagy. Please look it up because proof is in the pudding. I've never felt so good in my entire life, ever. I had fibromyalgia for 25 years. They had me on opiates. I got so fat I couldn't move. I couldn't get up and down the stairs. Autophagy teaches us when to eat. It's not about what you're eating. It's not about how often or how much. It's about when you're eating. And when you can figure out when to eat and when not to eat, the weight literally falls off of you. So does disease. So does sickness or illness of any kind. Your body will eat the illness. Some people are going to be strong enough to be able to connect to that information and do the steps needed to take to implement autophagy, and some people are not, and that's okay. Both are okay. A lot of souls are transitioning. When you ask me that question, I get 4 individuals, and I see 1 or 2 might cross over, and 1 or 2 may be strong enough to make some lifestyle changes to keep themselves here. But when you ask a question like that, you got to understand that the things that we are eating and doing right now are making us sick. And if you always do what you've always done, you will always get what you've always got. So that means if you want to go from sick to healthy, you have to do things differently than you've done them before. But if you are not prepared to take those lifestyle changes, to make those lifestyle changes, then these souls are going to transition and go into spirit. And they don't stop learning and growing, though, at that level. They stay with us and help our loved ones here in the physical world get better as well. Not all souls are ready to make those changes. So if they're not, they're just immediate. As soon as they cross over, they're immediately in love, light, and peace.
Okay.
It's a matter of free will. When you asked that question, they just said it's not their choice to tell you when or if they're going to live or pass, but what they can do is prove and show you that they are with you at those moments. And then I saw the double rainbow. So did you see a rainbow recently?
In a picture.
Doesn't matter. They're showing you the rainbow. Do you know what the rainbow signifies? Do you know what it means?
No.
Peace after a troubled time. See, in the Bible, God showed the rainbow after the flood as his promise that he would never flood the world again. When you see the rainbow, that's a promise that it doesn't have to turn out badly. Sometimes the most beautiful blessings in disguise start out as a series of misfortunate events. And if you look at that misfortunate event as a bad thing, then you end up in shit river. If you look at that misfortunate event as a good thing that is realigning you on the path to make different choices, then you will end up in Joyville. Do you see what I'm saying? It's our choice on how we get to perceive the reality. And if you perceive it as bad, you end up in a bad place. If you perceive it as good, you will end up in a good place. And God will always transform it into good. So ask them for what you need, and they will be there to help those souls as they go through it. Not all of them are going to choose to transition. But again, I can't state this enough. If you always do what you've always done, you'll always get what you've always got. Does that make sense? For you, your mom just said, that goes for you too. She's showing me the pinky finger, which is my symbol for having more mothering and nurturing ability in your pinky finger than some people do in their whole body. And she wants to remind you that your presence here is extraordinarily important, and they need the healthiest, best version of you possible. So make sure you're healthy here, and then you will be able to influence other people to make healthy choices as well. Does that make sense?
Right.
Like I gotta let them pull back now. There's other people on the other side as well. Especially when you asked about the sick family members, you have a lot of people on the other side, June.
Yeah.
They just said, you know what, if you come back here again, it's going to be somebody totally different that steps forward, because who steps forward depends on who you need to hear from right now, depending on what you're going through right now. Does that make sense?
Right. Right.
And I feel like she wants to acknowledge the birthday again as they're pulling their energy back. Is your birthday coming up like October, November?
No, October is my uncle.
Who's on that side?
Yes.
Here. That's on that side, I think, because there's a soul stepping
Yeah.
forward when you say my uncle.
Uncle Leo.
I have an Uncle Leo too.
Yeah.
So he's like, thanks, kid. I'm here with you too. Next time. I think that's who's going to be here next time. Like I said, you have a lot of people.
He was
He
my
didn't get a chance
favorite.
to say too much, but he's like, I'm right here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Going to let them pull their energy back on, but I hope that was helpful.
Wonderful. Thank you so much.
You're so welcome. And you guys don't have to take off just because I've read for you. And it's interesting. I got the family. I started with the family. I'm coming back to the family. But I'm going to leave it open for you guys. Is there any questions that you guys want to ask me? Because I know the lady down at the bottom, I think, Mary, your family, just because I got 3 of you here, they're talking to all of you at the same time. So I don't want to leave anybody out. So if
Yeah,
there's-
I feel. Oh, I'm the black sheep anyway.
No, you're not. I'm telling you, they're not letting me let you go, hon. I can feel that you're like, hello, what about me? Everybody else was answering stuff.
They had previous readings. I never did. I came because Christina's like, do it, Mary. Come on. We'll do it as a family.
What's interesting is that your loved ones aren't leaving you out. And even though your kids didn't allow you to have a lot of direct messages because they're interrupting, I'm telling you, before they will let me pull back, your loved ones, that grandma figure with the baby that's over there. Oh, grandma and grandpa on dad's side. That's right, because he's right here. So they're all stepping forward. She's like, no, we did not forget about you. No, you are not the black sheep. These messages are very much for you too. And for that little man, they're like, and it's funny because I just saw the pinky finger, right? That, remember how I say they bleed these messages into each other at like one right after the other? That message is just as much for you too, as that's your son that you're there with, correct?
No. My baby.
Oh.
No,
Are
my
you guys in
nephew.
the same house?
No, different.
No, I'm-
house. We're all sisters. Me, Amy, and Mary.
Do you have children yet?
Sister.
Mary, do you have children yet?
3.
So this one is just visiting you guys today.
That one is that baby that's with grandma is my son.
Yes, that one is your son, but this little man that's on her lap.
Oh, it's
That's
it's
a girl.
girl.
That's Macy.
Sorry, I don't have my glasses on. Please forgive me. I just see the top of the child's head.
She looks just
It's okay.
like
I'm sorry. She looks a lot like.
That's okay.
You want to talk?
That is your daughter then,
Finish.
though, correct?
Yes. Yes.
That's it. See, that's what I'm telling you. She's showing me the pinky finger, which is my symbol that you have more mothering and nurturing ability in your pinky finger than some people do in their whole body. So she loves the
I-
fact. What?
I'm gonna roam. I'm sorry. Thank you.
She loves the fact that you're able to juggle even what you're doing right now. I can feel your frustration by it, but she's like, you see how good she is at this? Man, look at how good you are at juggling this.
It's been a rough day.
Why does she want to help you with your floors, honey?
Oh, we're actually rebuilding our bathroom.
Yeah.
And there's something about redoing the floors? Like, she wants to help with that.
The floor.
The
And
what?
we gotta put new floor joists in and put floors in. It's taking forever. We gotta level the house off. It's a big pain in the butt.
So this is what she's saying. Before she pulls her energy back, she's reminding you, don't ever say it's a pain in the butt again. Say it's a fantastic adventure that's getting easier as we go, because grandma and grandpa up there are sending us everything we need. Focus on what you need to overcome this. You need floor joints, I'll send them. You need extra help, we'll send them. You need ease to make it go easier, we will send that your way. Your job is to ask for what you need. Do not speak about what you don't want, because you will line up with it. So when you speak about how frustrating it is, when you speak about how long it's taking, what you are doing is you are going to the waiter for the restaurant of life and you're saying, I want it to be frustrating, I want it to take a long time, and I want it to be hard. And that waiter's going, order up, no problem. Here you go, frustrating, hard to do, blah, blah, blah. You can do it that way, or you can say, all right, grandma and grandpa, I need this and I need that and I need this, and you send it, make it easier and faster and so much better for me. And then you watch it line up. And when it lines up, you're going to feel their presence in that moment, not their absence. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She's like, and you are never going to say that again. You are not the black sheep. We love you all.
Thank you.
And she's glad that you were here, even if, you know, you were a little bit sidetracked and whatnot. She's so glad that you guys are all here.
So it's hard for me. I was very close with my grandma.
With your grandpa? You're breaking up a bit.
I was very close with her.
With your grandma?
And yeah.
Okay.
And you know, I used to take care of her before my sister Christina helped. And when I was young, I was learning to be my own person, and I had chosen to stop taking care of her the day before she went into a home, and I didn't know. And I just want her to know I'm sorry.
She said, don't you ever say that again. I am so thankful that you did that, because she did not want you to see her when she passed away. She did not want you to have that embedded in your head that for the rest of your life, that you did what you needed to do to give you peace. And she said the only thing that she would change is that you thinking that you made the wrong choice. She said, you made the right choice for you and for me. I don't want you to remember me like that. I want you to remember me with loving you unconditionally. That's why she was not going to let me, even though I went to all these other people and you weren't able to get a clear message when your kids were, you know, interfering. She just waited for a clear moment and she came back again, because she's never going to pass you over. You understand?
Thank you.
The
And
thing is, you just have to remember to tell her what you need, and then she will line it up for you.
okay. And there's just one more thing, and it's just super important. My baby nephew Timmy, the baby she's holding,
Yeah.
him to know that I love him. And I may not have shown it because I wasn't around as often, but I love him very much. And I'm so sorry for everything that happened to him.
It was not any of your guys's fault. And I just want to again tell you what he told me. I think the first time that I read for him, I don't remember, but I know he's saying, he said it before and he'll say it again, is thank you. He wants to thank all of you for being strong enough to give him the life that he was meant to live. I need you to understand, as hard as this is to understand, not every soul is born to live until we're 80 or 90. every single soul that is born is meant to live their certain soul purpose. And in a tragedy like this little baby passed in a brutal way. However, for whatever reason that we're never going to fully understand until we get to that side, his soul needed to experience that. But in order to come to earth and experience what he was meant to experience, he needed to have a family that loved him enough and was strong enough that they could handle his life experience. He's thanking you for that. He said, thank you for loving me enough to give me the life that I needed to have. Thank you for being strong enough to overcome this. And that now and it's funny because I was going to curtail back up to Christina as well. Before I do, Amy, he's thanking you as well for bringing them all here. Again, did you tell everybody to come here today? Did you get everybody here
I
today?
told them, yeah, I did. I said, she's doing lives now. Did you see her update? We should all do it.
Yeah, and
And
Baby
Tina
just
was
said,
like, I'll tell Mary. And so
it's funny because they just thanked you as well. And then Baby over here, he's like, yeah, and it's so much cheaper.
it is.
Much better, right? Isn't this better? And look how many more people I can read for than I could when I was doing the lives the other way. This is so much better.
Yeah, and I bugged Mary. I'm like, Mary, you got to do it. Now's your time to get your message. You keep saying, oh, they don't love me. They didn't give me a message. Mary, I went on and Tracy picked me for the free reading and I got my message and Sharif got his message from baby brother. You have to be present for you to get yourself a reading.
Yes.
Yeah, I bought mine. I was like, yep, she's the real deal.
Dad heard and Dad's going to buy a reading from her.
She's amazing.
No,
She's amazing and Dad wants to buy, he wants information so he can book a reading with her.
She's
Yeah.
great.
Your son,
Amazing.
I just want to leave you with this, Christina. Your son just crawled up on your lap and he said, I want to leave you with this. You are the best mommy anybody could have ever asked for. And I was so lucky to be born into this family. And I see the reading. His favorite memories are of you guys reading together. I see him on your lap and reading these books. And he's like showing me the voices and everything. I used to do the voices. Who did the voices? Dad did the voices, didn't he?
No.
Who's
Dad
doing the voices?
My dad did voices and used to make him laugh, his papa.
Yeah.
Oh, his papa, your dad. All I know is I heard
Martin.
Dad did the voices.
No, Martin too.
Oh,
my brother
voice
would call it
too.
Chunky Monkey and get all riled up.
Did the Donald Duck voice and stuff and Elmo and stuff. And that's why he's saying that, because Martin's standing right here.
Yeah. See, I don't know who these people are behind you,
Uncle.
but your loved ones do. So they'll bring forward a message that I can't know to let you know they're right here.
out of curiosity, so my daughter Macy is younger than him. She's about as old as he would have been now. She exhibits extreme similarities to him. It's weird. It's like she's him. It's so strange.
Well, that's because she's
She's
communicating.
squealing.
She's just able to communicate with him and feel his energy. So, oh, excuse me, I'm burping at the same time I'm saying this. So what that is when, and this happens with a lot of people. So when our loved ones will pass. So for example, when my grandmother passed, all of a sudden I had this urge to start baking. I never had that before, but when she passed, now I want to do that. And that's because her energy is all around me. So the fact that your daughter is starting to behave a lot like him, it's because his energy is right there living with her, living vicariously through her, but in an energy, a non-physical energy of love, light, and peace on the other side.
Yeah.
Stan?
Told you that he's with
Yeah.
her. He
He's
does
very
too much.
much.
She
Sorry,
does
guys.
things. I mean, good.
Is she
Never
teething?
seen him do.
Sorry, I don't know how old she is, but he's
Yeah.
taking me to the teeth and talking about the back, like at the jaw.
Coming up, she's been coping with it the best she can.
So that's something I can't know
Right
how
on, well,
old your daughter is, but he's talking about being there with you and that he knows about this. And he gave you my old trick. So I've had 4 babies. So this is how you deal with teething. Is she like 2.5, something like that? Because I got the back molars. That's usually when those
almost.
happen.
She got him early. She turns 2 January 7th.
See, this is what I mean. So this is what you do. This will help her.
Yeah.
You take a face cloth, make sure it's rinsed out really good, right? Like so that there's no soap or anything in it, like just nice clean face cloth, and then soak it in juice. And then put that face cloth in the freezer until it's frozen. Then you take it out and you give it to her and it'll be nice and crunchy and she can chew on it and suck on it and that will really help those back molars.
Oh, that's a good idea. I didn't even know about that.
I
Got
never
4 babies. Been a mom for over 30 years. These are little hacks.
I got 3 and I don't think I can do it again. Got me.
Again, when you say that, they say you're an amazing mom. You're all amazing and they love you so much. And where there's a will, there's a way. And they're like, we'll be back. And I can't wait to see who I read for next time. I can only get to so many people on one of these lives. But like June, I know when you come back, there's like 5 people that are like, we're next. Like with a lot of you. Just as they're pulling their energy back, you guys, I just want to thank all of you guys for being here today. I had so much fun. As you can see, these are so much better, at least in my opinion, than just the lives.
way better.
I love
And
Much better.
they're going to be recorded and uploaded to YouTube and to Facebook. So you will be able to watch them again and everybody else will be able to get the messages from them as well. So thank you guys for coming today. This was amazing. And I hope you guys have a great, awesome rest of your day.
Thank you.
You're
you.
welcome, guys.
Thank you, Tracy. I loved listening.
Thanks
Thanks.
for
Have a good
being
day.
here, hon. That was awesome. You were here. I almost
I was-
missed you.
I was here, but I put the phone down so I could eat dinner with the family.
I know. And then I'm like, hey, is that my Nikki over here? That's my
It-
Nikki. Gave
It
you a
is your Nikki. I was thinking that maybe people didn't know why I didn't get a reading, but that's because we're 24/7. So
No, I tried to read for you earlier. That we covered that. I gave a shout out to
Oh.
everybody I loved, including you. I'm like, this is my Nikki here.
oh, sorry.
No, it's all good. All
Well,
right, you
can
guys.
tell me my reading.
Yeah. We're going to get off of here now and I'll talk to you in a little bit.
Love you.
Love you guys. Talk to you soon.
Bye.
See you guys again on Thursday. No,
Bye.
Friday, 6 p.m.
Bye.
Mountain Time. Have a good
See
one.
ya.
All right,
Bye.
bye.
Bye.